of network marketing is really mental. It's about the way you think. Everything else is just putting some things in place, but you got to get your thinking right. So a lot of what you're going to hear us talking about have to do a lot with mindset and then getting some things implemented afterwards, okay? Next, reading a book. Raise your hand if you like to read. That's great. Usually we don't get everybody to raise their hand. Some people who don't like to read, if you don't like to read, download this app right here on your phone. It's called Audible. It's a great app. That way you can ride around. You don't have to read the books. The books will be read to you, and this way you'll get the information. And so I got a list of books right here that I recommend you guys get. I highly recommend you guys get these books. This first book in particular, GoPro by Irv Moore, this is like our team book. So if you're a part of Vacation, you should have this book right here. This should be the first book you get, GoPro by Irv Moore. When Roger Little comes up, he'll talk more about reading books. But if you guys want to write this down, take a picture. These are some phenomenal books that you definitely want to get in your repertoire. Let me know when y'all got them down or y'all taking pictures and y'all ready to move on.
Take a picture, take a picture. It lasts longer.
Take a picture, take a picture. Y'all got it?
No.
No?
Let her send it to me.
Everybody got it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Y'all ain't got it now. We're going to have to email it to you. Most important book is, like I said, GoPro. The rest of them are great. So, raise your hand if you have just recently joined the business or you've been in business for a while but you haven't been doing anything. Raise your hand.
Got 3. Yeah, 4.
All right, let's clap it up for these people who are actually here for our training. What we're going to talk about first right now is one of the most important systems that we have in our arsenal. We call the PS3 system. Piquing a person's interest, sharing the opportunity, doing the 3-way code, and then, of course, the follow-up because your money is in the follow-up.
Yes, it is.
So let's start with the peaking part. A lot of people usually have all kinds of questions about how do I get people interested in what it is that I'm doing. And let me say this, whether you're here because you want to focus on travel or you want to focus on the team building side, either way, you should be popping the question on a regular basis. Pop the question, pop the question. What is the question that we should be popping? Y'all read this one right here with me.
Do you
like to travel? So if I'm a team builder or if I'm just want to be a professional travel agent, I still need to have a list of people that I need to tap into.
That's good.
So how do I pop the question? I just ask it, do you like to travel? Doesn't matter who I'm talking to, where I'm at, what the environment is. That's a safe enough question to ask. And guess what? You're going to get 2 responses, either a yes or a no. So if they say yes, this is what I'm going to say. Great. Typo, don't pay no attention to my typos. Late night typing. Great. I'm going to show you a way that you can travel more while paying less and write it all off on your taxes. Did y'all hear that one?
Yeah.
So if they say yes, this is what I'm going to say. Great. I'm going to show you a way you can travel more while paying less and write it all off on your taxes. Now guess what I'm going to say if they say no? Great. I'm going to show you a way where you can travel more while paying less. And even, is that my phone? We didn't go over house rules yet. So since I was first partaker, we're going to ask y'all to put all y'all electronic devices on vibrate, please. Whether you are looking for someone who can travel, book travel through you, whether you're looking to add new recruits to your team, you still want to offer them your services and then let them decide. I want to be a travel agent. My goal is to let as many people out there know that I can be the one to book travel. So I'm not interested in building a large downline and a large team of people, but I still want people to know that they can book travel through me. So I'm going to be asking that question consistently wherever I go. Do you like to travel? And I'm going to say what?
Great.
Great. Show you where you can travel.
Absolutely. And I'm doing that because I'm a travel professional, right? I'm the one who has all the great deals and all the great packages and all the great services that come along with travel. So I'm going to have that type of a statement to give them. Then I'm going to let them know, listen, text me your name and email address so I can get this information to you. What's the best time to reach you? Once again, whether I'm trying to be a super travel agent or I'm building my team, my goal or my job on a consistent basis is to be collecting data. So you just want to book travel and you just want to be a travel agent? Great. You need a list of people to let them know about your special trips or your special promotions or whatever it is you're doing. You're building your team to do the same thing. I need to be building my list. I need your email address and your name so I can get this information to you.
You want to add?
Throughout the day, you should be popping the question really at a minimum 3 times a day, a maximum 10 times a day. You like the number 10, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, we're talking going to the grocery store, right? Gas station. There are places you visit. You're walking. You're running into people every day, all day. People are prosperity, right? So remember that throughout the day, pop the question. Three minimum, 10 maximum, every single day.
That's a good one. As a matter of fact, I think I told the team this several months ago. You guys are in business, whether it's the travel side or the team building side, you're in business. You should be doing a minimum of 5 things for your business every day. 5 things that lead to follow-up. Let me clarify that. You should be doing at least 5 things every day that lead to some type of follow-up for your business. Popping the question should lead to follow-up. Sending out some emails should lead to some follow-up. So at least 5 things every day that lead to some type of follow-up for your business. Now, also with the popping the question, it's going to lead you into in some cases we also give the vacationvideo.com. That's another way to pique a person's interest. Because people sometimes, once you pop the question, you might be in an environment where they want some more information. So what more information do we provide for them? We provide for them vacationvideo.com. There's also the sizzle call. I don't know the sizzle call numbers off the top of my head. Anybody know the sizzle call numbers?
Somebody should know.
So the sizzle call and vacationvideo.com are what we use to also pique people's interest on a consistent basis. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Clifton.
Yes.
941.
Now you got it.
Who did what? That's 941
941
467
467
3131.
3131. That's the sizzle call. So we're still talking about piquing interest. These are the things that we're doing to get people to kind of raise their hand so that we can then take them to the next step and share the information with them. Another way that I pique people's interest is via Facebook, email, any type of social media. This is what I do. I send out a message that just says, hey, what's up? Or what you doing? You free? And some of y'all women like I'm crazy, but that's kind of piquing your interest. Sometimes I'll say, guess what? Naturally, you're interested in knowing, well, what, right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the person that I'm sending that message to engage with me. And then when they do that, now I can start dialoguing with them because ultimately I want to either pop the question or share my opportunity with them. But what we don't want to do is just start sending our video out randomly to people, hoping that they will watch it, and then now we got to play cat and mouse with these people. So I'm sending out messages to people, hey, what's up? You free? What you got going on? All of those type of interest-piquing statements just to get them to respond. Then I'll dialogue with them, and then somewhere within that dialogue, I'll start to slowly but surely figure out a way that I can now share my information with them just through social media. You guys can do that. This is a home-based business, right? So we can sit at home and do this all daggone day. So I got a couple of examples of when I would do things like this. The goal is I want to share my information with them. And we share the information either with a live presentation, whether it's with a video or a teleconference. However, whichever one of the tools that we'll use to share the information, you still want to pique their interest. So I hit this person up, hey, you got a minute? She says, sure. Are you free on October 3rd at 3 p.m.? Now, October 3rd at 3 p.m., we were doing a live event. So I want to invite this person out without giving her a whole lot of information. Doing it this way to keep her in dialogue with me. So she says she's free. I say, I need your help. What do you need my help with? I give her a brief description of what we just got involved in. She tells me, yes, sure, please remind me on Thursday. So use social media all day to start opening the doors for people to take advantage of your opportunity. I do the same thing with people I don't know on Facebook. You go to the search bar, you can just type in the person's name, send them a message, letting them know about what it is that you're doing, seeing if they perhaps want to be your friend, make some money. I'm just starting dialogue with people. It's social media, so we should be a little bit sociable. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm getting to know people. We have a partner on our team, not on our team, well, our vacation team, that says he's going to out-friend anybody in the business. This is what he's doing all day, every day. He's just meeting new people consistently, and sooner or later, his team just ends up growing. I'm meeting people this way every day. At least 5 to 10 people. I'm sending them a friend request. Little statement like, hey, your page just came up on my Facebook as someone I should like to know. After looking at it, I agree. I love some of your posts. We have some friends in common. Be delighted to include you as one. Let's be friends and make some money. They accept my friend request, and then we start dialogue. He's asking me questions. I'm responding, asking him questions. We just chewing the fat. Ultimately, he's going to ask me, well, what is it that you do for a living? I'm going to share with him what it is I do for a living, but I'm not going to give him all of the information. Remember, we're just trying to pique a person's interest. So most of this is all the same thing. We're just going over piquing a person's interest, dialoguing with them via Facebook. You can do the same thing, I believe, on Twitter and Instagram and things like that. Take advantage of your social media. Sharing the info. Oh.
We'll add something real quick, or piggyback if you will. A lot of folks ask, do you have any scripts, right? And I know Mr. Clifton has a few scripts, which are great, but this is just regular conversation, right? It just happens to be on social media. The internet is just the real world online, right? So just go out and have some casual conversation just as you would in any other time. But we do have scripts that we can provide, but don't get so methodical with your conversation. Have a regular conversation, just like some of you came in and sat down before we got started, and you had a conversation. So the same thing, the same way you communicate the same way online.
Absolutely. Anybody got any questions about piquing a person's interest before we move on to sharing the info? Anybody? So everybody's good with piquing interest.
Oh man, we're gonna have a lot of people piquing interest this week. Huh?
Everybody good?
Yeah.
So everybody's good with that initial contact in the grocery store. You had no problem popping the question. So that means I can pick somebody out in the crowd, come up front, and meet me at the grocery store.
I think
right?
so. I think so. How about we do that?
Now I'm gonna pick somebody gonna volunteer. Well, you got a question?
Yeah. Sometimes to put you on the spot to like get more information from you than what you want to offer right away. So how do you not get thrown into a hole, so to speak?
That's a great question. Did y'all hear the question?
Yes.
Okay, so he wants to know how do you not get pinned in the corner by somebody because now you done popped the question and they got 500 questions for you. This is what you do. Number one, we're in business. So we're busy
Right.
all the time.
That's good.
Even if you're not busy, you're busy. So what happens is if I pop the question and I ask you, you like to travel, you tell me yes, I tell you, well listen, great, I'm going to show you a way you can travel more while saving less, writing things off on your taxes. I'm really busy right now. So I'm going to tell you I'm busy. I don't have a whole lot of time to give you all that information. Text me your name and email address so I can get that information back to you. What's the best time to reach you? So I'm going to just let you know I'm busy. And then typically, depending on where you are, it's usually already like a busy environment, most cases anyway, unless you're at work. So if you're at work and you're not really busy, you have to come up with something to do. But like Roger's always at the gas station. So at the gas station, question, give you my statement, tell you to text me your information, and I'm out. And you don't feel no problem, no pressure with that because guess what? Your gas is about done as well. So it's time for you to go. So we're always busy.
Hey, real quick, if that question, how's everybody doing?
All right.
This is just real quick hitter. If they're trapping you in a corner, that more than likely means that you probably said too much as well. Unless you save more money you make. Okay.
I have one more question.
Good.
After you deliver your line and you let them know that you're busy, once the person gets into the business, do you think they might feel like, oh, this guy trapped me? Because they realize, because they're going to go through the training just as I did. And I'm not saying that I'm thinking that because that wasn't the way that I was approached. I got into it because of a friend. But the average person that you meet, do you think that they might, feel
Some type of way?
Yeah.
Feel like they got it. Did y'all hear the question? Y'all heard the question? So I don't worry about whether or not a person gonna feel like they were bamboozled because I know I didn't bamboozle them.
Right.
What happens is they just they went through what we call the system. So this is a part of the PS3 system. You just went through the system. And so what happens then when you come out and then I teach you the system and you sit back, you know what?